Hello students. Last time we had created the class details worksheet and today we'll add a new worksheet and we will rename the worksheet by double clicking here as timetable, and in the cell A1 I will write timetable 3A. Now in the cell A3 I will write day, and below that I will write Monday. Now, when I bring my mouse on this cell Monday, this is the active cell, and at the corner on the extreme right hand side corner, when I bring my mouse cursor, so from the white plus sign, it changes into a black plus sign at the corner of the active cell. And when I click this plus sign and drag my mouse down, you can see it is automatically filling the cells. So this is called autofill. This is the autofill handle. This small dot is called the autofill handle, and we can automatically fill the days of a week using the autofill handle. If I want, I can increase the width of this column so that it fits in all the days properly. Now in the cell B2, I will write period 1, and when I click on the period 1 to make it the active cell, again when I click on the autofill, I can drag horizontally to fill it automatically. Now I will click on the days cell with the word day and fill it with the color. And also here I will select these 6 cells from B3 to G3, and in the alignment group we have this orientation button which will rotate the text diagonally or vertically. When I click on the arrow, I choose angle counterclockwise, and you can see the text has got changed in angularly in the all these selected cells. Now I click on this cell B3 and change the fill color. Click on period 2 in cell B3 and change the color. Likewise, I will change the color in all the cells here. I'll give different colors. Okay. Now, if I want to increase the font size for all the cells in one go, I click here between A and 1, click on this area. All the cells in the worksheet get selected in one go, and here in the font area I will delete to 11 and type 20 and press enter key. So you can see all the text has become of the font size 20. But I want to increase the width of this column A, so I increase it by dragging from this dividing line in between A and B. Now I want that between before this period D, period 3, a new uh, column should be inserted, which will be for the break, a short break in the school. So I click anywhere on the column D. Before this column D, I want to insert a new blank column. So I click anywhere on the cell in the column D, and here in the cells group, I have the insert button. When I click on the arrow here, it opens the drop down and I choose insert sheet columns. When I click on sheet column, a new blank column is added here. You can see no text is written in this column. A new blank column gets the same um, settings as the previous uh, cells in the previous column, so it gets filled with the same yellow shade. Now here I want to write break. By first I want to select these cells. I will click when the white plus sign is there, click the mouse down and drag it down. So I've selected all the cells here from D4 to D8, and I will merge and center this. In the alignments, I will merge and center, so this becomes one cell, and here I will type break. Now I click back on this cell to make it the active cell, and I change the orientation to vertical text. Now you can see the text is written vertically, and here if I want again I can just type break. In small letters if I want I can type in small letters, press enter key. This gets the same orientation as the previous cells, and this is the vertical orientation. Now again before the cell G, before the column G, I want to insert another column. So I go into insert, sheet columns, a blank new column is inserted. I will select these cells and I will merge them, and I will type here lunch and press enter key. Then again make this as active cell and change the orientation to rotate text up. Now the text is rotated up, and I will increase the font size so that it completely fits in here. I'll make it 40, and here I will just type in small letters lunch. Now if I want I can increase the size of all these cells, of all these columns. I can increase the width. Okay. If you want to change the fill color of this break, you can select the cell again, and from the fill option you can change the fill color. Likewise for the lunch also you can change the color. Now supposingly in cell B1 B4, okay, before I do anything further I want to click the cell from A3 to I3 and down till I8. I select all the cells, and from the borders I choose all borders. So I will get the borders around these cells, and the as I added the borders, these cells, because of the orientation, have changed their color differently. Now I will click on the cell A1, and I will click on cell A1 till I1. I select cells A1 to I1, and I will merge and center these cells because this is the heading of my table. And if you want I can again change the color of the text. I can make it bold, I can underline it, and also I can fill some other color here for the whole cell. And if you want I can increase the font size. Now in cell B4 I will type computer science and press enter key. Now this text or data in computer science is bigger than the length of the cell. So it is exceeding out of the cell. Although there is nothing written in this cell C4, but science word is coming inside that cell. So we will use another tool here in alignment group that is called wrap text. So this will wrap extra long text into multiple lines so you can see the text easily. When I click on the wrap text, you can see the cell height has increased, row height has increased, and also the text has got wrapped in the cell. The R word and science, the R letter and science word have come down in the next line. If I want the computer word to be seen completely, I can increase the width from here. So computer science word is showing completely. So I have wrapped the text in the cell. In the same cell, the text has got wrapped into two lines. Now, if I decide that I want to write computer science in the cell E6 as well, So I can, instead of writing it again, the whole thing, I can click on cell B4, and in the clipboard group, here we have the option of copy. So it will copy the selection of the data here onto the clipboard. So when I click on the copy button, you will see these dotted lines moving around, and this data is now copied into the clipboard. Now I click on cell E6 where I want to paste this data. And from the clipboard here, I click on the paste button, and the data from clipboard is pasted here, and I can increase. This dotted line is still around this cell. That means if I wanted to paste it somewhere else, I can still paste it. Supposing I want to paste it here in cell E8, I can again click on the paste button, and the text will get pasted over here. To remove this dotted line, I press the escape key on my keyboard. If I want to delete this, I can press the delete key and the text will get deleted. Now here also I will increase the width. Now supposingly I decide that this computer science period is not here, but it is supposed to be in cell H6. So I can move this text from here. I click on this cell E6, and here we have the scissor option to cut or remove the selection. So when I click on the cut, now also we see the dotted lines around the cell, and I click on cell H6 and paste the data. So now the data from this cell has got cut or removed, and it has got pasted in this cell H6. And here if I double click, so I can increase the width of the cell accordingly. Now this row height appears to be too much. So to change the row height, I bring my mouse between row 6 and row 7, the dividing line between 6 and 7. I see the double-sided arrow. I click on that and drag the height up. So I can resize the height of the whole row accordingly. Now today we learned how to create this timetable using cell merge. From here, we merge the cells to write the timetable. I merge the cells from A1 to I1. Then we change the orientation of these cells from the orientation here. Again, we merged the cells for break and lunch. And we use the fill handle tool, autofill handle tool, to write the days of the week, and to use the fill handle to write from period 1 to period 6 automatically. We also made the border for the table, and we learned how to copy, cut and paste the data. I hope you create a timetable for your own and take a printout of it. You can take a printout by clicking File and Print. You choose a printer that is connected to your device. And here, if it is a vertical paper, you can change the orientation of the paper to make it landscape orientation so that the timetable is shown completely. And then click the print button to print the timetable for your um, room. You can stick the timetable in your room and enjoy working in Scratch in Excel. See you.